and Chung Hee in the midfield. Cobb joins the back line after 32 total matches in the MLS since 2024. Mangione is the lone holdover starter versus NYC in the midfield with 4 new starters. As we make our way towards kickoff, Atlanta in the 5 stripes, right to left they start. For Cincinnati, the white and blue, they start off left to right as our MLS Next Pro crew is in Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Ryan Lee and our crew, we thank you for joining us on a Wednesday afternoon as this one slowly dribbles towards the feet of Nate Crockford, who makes his first touch. And for Crockford, he is back in goal. He has only played 4 goals this season, yet to get a win in regulation, but he has secured 2 wins. Both of those were in the PK shootout. The first match that he played, he actually got sent off because he took a tackle outside of the penalty area, so he got sent off in the 89th minute in his debut this season on May 9th against the Chicago Fire, and he has been in good form as of late. He was one of 2 games canceled that week as Atlanta ready to attack. Brennan cuts across, still alive, lays it back with a shot and just overhead. Crockford makes adjustments as Atlanta threatened for the first time as Luke Brennan cutting across, slipping and sliding through defenders, and Cooper Sanchez with the left foot. That one last comes off of Mazzaferro. Another whistle from our lead official in the yellow, Sean Tahini. Ben Rigel, Jonathan Smith, the assistant referees, as Paige Bell is our 4th official. Mazzaferro continues the build up. Tablante took contact. Atlanta working with 70% of the possession to this point as it's held on by Atlanta. Attempted cross is blocked. Armas from range, punched out by Crockford. Chavez can't beat out Wynn as that will dribble out of play. Sanchez. Tagashi attempted for Brennan, stripped away. Sanchez. And a nice diving block by Daly to disrupt. Back on for Brennan. Into the area. Brennan across. Header off the bar. Second try. Armas fakes, delays, takes overhead. And the cross by Brennan gets to Tablante on the header, kisses the crossbar, and then Armas got the first shot on goal but couldn't bury the second as the goal kick from Crockford is loose. Cautions from Mazzaferro as he got a little handsy with Ikoba on that 50-50 header. For FC Cincinnati, this is the second of 3 matches within an 8-day stretch. He played against NYC earlier in the week on Sunday. Today's game on a Wednesday before going back to headed into the box, loose, header is blocked, cleared away. Cincy clamoring for a handball, but throw-in is what will be the result instead. The service by Mangione. Hibbert a little bit in no man's land as White Kit were clamoring for. Chucked in deep, up for grabs. Mazzaferro cleared out Tablante, still alive for Daly. Nice touch by Brennan to set up Tagashi. Tagashi chopped down and a yellow for Atlanta. Offside was Ikoba before coming back on the header. And that whistle will do it for the first half of play. Zeros across the board after 45 minutes. Black and red, left to right for the second half as we start the second set of 45. Ryan Lee and the rest of our MLS Next Pro crew here in Kennesaw, Georgia, where it is a 82-degree day in Kennesaw, which will match the heat and intensity of this game so far. And with the break, Steve Cook decided to utilize his 2 subs, getting Rodrigo Neri and Caden Moore into the game, as the 2 first-teamers, Noah Cobb and Luke Brennan, are going to be done for the rest of this match. And for both Brennan and Cobb, they said that there were going to be some first-team guys on the roster, some of them trying to get minutes and opportunities to play. And this brings way for the leading goal scorer for Atlanta United 2 in Rodrigo Neri, and Caden Moore, who's one of the academy products, one of the many academy products for Atlanta in today's roster. Driven into the box, headed out, still alive, Armas. Back on the near wing, Tablante. Sanchez, service, up for grabs, Tablante, bouncer, up in the air. And it's Crockford with the grab. A couple of tries for Atlanta right at the hour mark, and they've had some good services. They just haven't fallen. Tablante attempted the volley. It bounced on him a little bit. With Tablante on the bench, this is Javier Armas to serve. Headed up, top of the box, Sanchez winds up and over. Sanchez looking for his first goal in MLS Next Pro. The header just falls to Sanchez at the top of the box, left-footed, absolutely, as we're 20 minutes from the end of regulation. Chavez attempted to scoop it towards Ikoba, but he's interrupted by Chong Ki. Dominic Chong Ki making his 25th appearance in MLS Next Pro across 2 seasons with Atlanta, coming from the academy. Flips it around left to right, Sesak. We're still in a similar predicament as we were in the first half. Both teams have been getting their opportunities, but none have been within frame. 11 total shots, only 2 on target. This one sent in deep and wide. The only question is that a goal kick or that's a throw in? The assistant referee indicating a throw. A takedown by Manfroy, and he will get the book as well. Armas took a swipe, Neri with a save, second try, up for grabs. Hurtado settles. It was a nice service by Armas on Neri. It forced the save by Crockford. Mangione, service, headed up, settled down. A chance for Manfroy into the hands of Hibbert. Win, line drive, Carmichael. Bodied off the ball is Carmichael. flag was up as one of the Atlanta attackers were offside. Throughout this 5-game winning streak for FC Cincinnati, 4 of them have come from PKs, including their last 3. Coming off of a 2-2 draw against NYC, a 3-3 draw against the New York Red Bulls, and a game that required penalties to get any goals against Chattanooga FC. Especially for Cincinnati if they want to maintain the playoff race, only 4 points behind NYC for 8th. Way up, steps on the gas, clipped from behind, and that is going to be the second yellow for Caicedo. He's done for the match. That Caicedo yellow card back in the first half comes back to haunt Armas short for Sesak. Sesak off of Daly. It's alive for Chong Ki. Chong Ki turns. He takes a shot. Palmed out by Crockford. It's alive for Atlanta. They get the corner. Not the move you'd expect when Javier Armas was in that position, but it did work out in their favor as Chong Ki ready to outswing for the corner in the final minutes. Armas, service, header, it's down, it's loose, and it's cleared by Cincinnati. Torres keeps it in play for Sesak. Final push for the Five Stripes. Armas. Carmichael's wide open, clips it in, too high, keeps it cleared by Cincinnati as they find a point apiece.
Ladies and gentlemen,
90 plus minutes down, 0 goals at the end. This game will be decided by penalties. The captain to kick it off. Off the post and out. After the first shoot, Tega Ikoba to put Cincy ahead in round 1. Slots it past Hibbert. Mazzaferro got it. Mangione pulls the trigger on the second one as he puts Cincinnati ahead in the shootout. Calm, cool, collected, top left corner. Neri starts round 3. Scores. Neri keeps Atlanta alive as this one is just smashed into the opposite. Chavez off the fingertips and in. Hibbert did pretty much everything. Noah Adnan over. Noah Adnan skies this ball and keeps it. More. He skies it. Caden Moore. Daly seals 6 for Cincy. Their 6th straight win, 5 in the PKs.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the match between FC Cincinnati 2.
Amir Daly smashes this one beyond the fingertips of Jaden Hibbert and keeps perfection for Cincinnati.